Welcome to the Practically Friends podcast.
Oh, thank you, darn.
I drink to forget, but I always remember.
Yeah, you didn't follow Poda. How do you get a job here?
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, thank you. God love you, Jesus Christ. Hey, yo.
Oh, Daddy.
Hey, let's have fun on this podcast.
Well, we can talk about that now.
Fucking facts.
Oh, thank you. God love you, Jesus Christ.
Baba gabba gabba. Hey everybody, this is your host of Practically Friends podcast, Kyle, aka your drunk ass podcast. I'm here with all my practical friends, and let's get this shit show started.
Thank God for a minute.
Oh shit, we're back again, y'all. I don't know if we can top that last episode, but we're gonna damn sure try. Shout out to Dre Wall, El Capone. Was it Dre Wall Nation? Dre Fam or whatever?
It's okay though.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Alright, a lot better there.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome to episode 83 of Practically Friends podcast, your favorite drunk ass podcast. As always, I am your host, Kyle. And we got Deport here.
Well, hello.
And tonight we have a special guest. We got Benny. How do you say your last name?
Oh, I just go by Benny Rich, man.
Benny Rich?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm not trying to be quiet. Yeah, I just normally go by Benny Rich. My bad.
All right, Benny Rich.
Yes,
Go
sir.
with that.
Yes, sir. I go by many names.
Ah, man.
Depends on the day.
It just seems like we've been having to wait all fucking day.
I know. Dude. I have to do a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, I heard. You told us a little bit.
Got followed by a fucking trooper on my way here for 30 minutes.
That's stupid. At least it wasn't point down.
I took off my uniform to put my regular people clothes on before I walked in.
What uniform is that?
My police uniform.
Wait, hold on. You're a cop? Fuck.
There's a sting operation.
Jesus, it's the
this
fuzz.
is a sting operation.
All right, so first rule of being on the Practically Friends podcast, you
Yes,
have
sir.
to take a little sip of the creature in honor of our...
What?
You have to.
What? Oh no.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
Hey, the good times, better friends, and the memories we
I
have.
have a chaser.
Cheers, y'all.
Here, let's take our nips real quick and.
As Nate would say, a little slip under the bleachers for you.
That's why I had a pipeline punch,
cool.
buddy.
Oh, by the way, we do save burps
Fuck yeah, we do.
because was that 81? Was it 81?
That's the one I did.
Yeah, the one where it was kind of like a shorter episode. We had Junior here try his give the captain's chair
A try.
a try. He was taking notes and shit. It's like, oh, this motherfucker takes it seriously.
Yeah,
like
that's a
my
fucking
setup
job.
and everything.
Yeah.
and like he's like, you want to record? You want to record? It's like, all
Let's
right.
do it.
At first,
get
it was
it.
kind of like a pop quiz. Like he got everything set up just like I like it. He did the leveling good, and he was playing drops more than I do because
it was fun.
Jax will get pissed off on how often I will use the soundboard. And it's probably a blessing that this program crashes all the fucking time. So
It does. It's so stupid.
But I have probably damn near 100 burps
That's a pretty solid.
Yeah, from like
now you have 101.
Oh yeah, and that's why I flagged it. Yeah.
Amen. And now one of them's a Benny Rich burp.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I have a
Fuck
question.
You heard it here first, folks.
Do we want to
Oh
Give him
shit,
the-
that's great.
burp test
A burp test.
or the
Oh, you
quiz?
want to? Well, he doesn't really know the members of the crew. He doesn't know the core
Neither
four.
did I the first time.
Well, I mean, there's going to be pretty much me, Nate, Tate, and Jax.
Right.
With
Unless
a couple
it-
of
unless it's
curveballs
with you.
in there. But no, before we get, we'll play like Guess Who Burped. And when he did his episode, I sat where you're sitting, and I was like, oh, I got this, because I see it all the fucking time, you know. And I'm the one that pulls the audio. Dude, I thought I started off pretty good, and then all of a sudden he's throwing me curveballs. I'm like, damn, it's really hard on the other
Lost
side,
it,
man.
yeah.
But yeah.
Damn.
Drywall.
Draywall.
Oh, God damn it crashed again.
Shit.
And this is what
God, I
we
need
talked
a-
about crashing.
I need a better fucking program for
Don't
my
worry,
drops.
I'll look.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got Benny Rich here, man. I've been to two of your shows.
Sir, you have.
Been to one.
How'd
Yeah,
you
he
like
was
it?
he was at the Summer Smash thing.
Fuck yeah, how'd
Yeah.
you like it?
It was interesting. I got.
We
I
were
have really bad
pleasantly
social
surprised.
anxiety, so
We were,
Me
but,
too.
but I think what he means is like, as far as the talent,
oh yeah, it was good.
I think I was definitely pleasantly surprised.
Believe this shit or not, most artists that you meet will have more social anxiety about meeting you than vice versa.
Oh, I know.
Well, it's probably because their rap is their art to connect and like
Right.
their way of expressing themselves, their outlet, if you will.
That's what, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, someone just got off stage and they probably talked about like dealing with fucking God knows what, and
Right.
then name XYZ enters left,
Yeah.
and they're just like, hey, I felt XYZ about your music. I think you're cool as fuck. And I've even seen people get off stage and people walk up to them and they're like, hey man, I really didn't like that track because fucking XYZ. So I mean, it's always
It's
just
vice versa.
yeah. There's anxiety on both ends, especially.
I mean, of course, there's gonna be hate, but the haters hate.
facts.
You just
Big
gotta get rid of it.
facts.
Haters be shading.
Right. Or as Drewall would say, haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
Or was that Capone?
What now?
I think you have a drop of that.
Let me look.
Hey, facts.
Dude, I was sitting here. I tried to do the collecting the drops a different way this time. Like I flagged it all out, you know, and then I did all the editing. Did the bumper music, you know, the intro, bumper music, and then the outro. Isolated, you know, but I still had it flagged. So instead of doing it as I'm listening, because I have to listen to the entire episode and edit before I mix it down and shit. So I just waited until I got done and then went back to the markers and found, because there was stuff before and after, like, because I don't hit the flag like perfect
Then
every
and there.
time. Dude, I was going through there, I was laughing my ass off. Like, I've probably listened to that episode like 3 times so far. I think it's one of our best ones.
Logan and Drewall.
Yeah. I think it's one of our best ones.
Fuck yeah, dude. Rappers are always fucking. You know,
Dude, they were fucking
they're
chill.
always I feel like yeah, but
With the
they're-
exception of one person, but we won't say that.
Right.
Logan's always a fucking. They're always a good personality to have come out, bro.
Yeah, like I'll ride my bike around the block and shit.
I saw his Facebook Live where he was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill who took my bike." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Oh,
Oh shit.
that shit was crazy." But yeah,
I ran into a parked car with my bike.
Maybe that's why he loves his bike so much.
Man, that
Yeah,
bike
so
No
many
shit.
memories.
If my bike
No shit.
bike lasted the fucking car crash, I'm keeping it with me.
Right.
I'm too dark to be white, but I'm too light to be black.
That's what?
That was Drywall.
I know.
That was
but
when we were
like-
saying, like, what are you? Like, when they first met.
I'm gonna say it, bro. I've always known that man was Caucasian.
Man,
I've
he's got the
always-
Caucasian persuasion, but, man, he's got soul.
I saw that man and I was like, damn.
And then I said, what are you?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, this man is white.
Well, alright.
Yeah, no, but you're going to be part of the burp library. Thank you. I mean, as much as we kind of got a rhythm going with the people that are in the studio often. Like, if you could kind of read each other. Since everybody's looking at each other, you can kind of read it. It's like, oh, we got to make sure this burp is clean because it's looking like a good one, you know? But if it's not clean, I don't fucking save it. This is actually one... Damn it. Hopefully that's a decent one. But this is one of the infamous one. This is my other nephew. And then we got...
That burp that fucking business.
Wait, who was that?
Me.
Okay.
Goddamn right.
Goddamn right.
I don't know if you ever... if you're familiar with Dalton. He knows that guy Dakota that was at the last show. I guess he went to school with him.
Oh, I saw him make like a shitty post about me, I think. I'm
Really?
like,
What?
Yeah, he definitely did. He was like came out and had a good time at the Summer Smash event. Was definitely subpar. He was like, well, I forget the exact wordage of it, but it was some stupid shit like had a really good time. You know, it wasn't the best concert, but yada yada. And I mean, you know, all shout out to him for thinking that his Facebook post to his 12 friends is going to get me any form of promotion, but. You know, just don't even say it if you're going to say something good and then just immediately shit on something that took someone fucking months to put together.
Right.
Wow.
Dude's a whole citizen. Dude's a whole citizen.
That's a fucking drop right there.
Yeah.
Dude's an entire citizen speaking on something that takes fucking...
Boy, oh boy.
So I think we might have to cold call this motherfucker and see what actually happened.
Who, Dalton?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dale.
Oh, yeah, and then Dale. My brother from another mother.
But about Harkness, what's up?
No, I remember. No, I was just saying Dalton because he did some burp drops for us, like saying PFP and
Fuck yeah.
and shit like that. And since he knew that guy Dakota or whatever, I figured you may have been in the same circles or whatever.
Believe it or not, bro, me and Dakota have been tight for probably about 1.5 years, 2 years now.
That was a good one.
I'm working on and I've been taking my time doing it just because I have so many fucking other open projects at like all times. Like it's literally crazy. Like I'll be editing music videos for an artist.
Yeah.
And like working on beats for someone else, writing lyrics for somebody else, setting up my own show, working on my own project. So like, I'm working on this music video for him for a fucking while. He's been.
Is it the same single
one with Logan.
that Drewall
Yeah.
and them were
Yeah.
gonna because they mentioned something they were in cahootery with him.
Yeah, they were in
Yeah.
there.
I'm so looking forward to that because he
Dude,
really
it
blew
takes-
my mind. It's like, oh no, here comes another fucking Boondocks
Right.
Jelly Roll
Yeah.
or like fucking Florida Georgia what's her fuck, you know, like and then he came out and really impressed me.
Even Offset.
Because I went in saying fuck this guy, and then he really
Won you over.
he won me over instantly. I love being wrong about those like
Artists?
was it what's
Underground artists?
no, like you're predisposed to like you're what's the word I'm
a
thinking
stereotype.
of? No, like you're pre
You're more than likely to sound
like you judge before you know like I want to be
book
wrong.
before it's cover type shit.
Kinda. It's like
Never
oh,
judge a book before its cover?
I always judge a book before it's fucking cover.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Why the fuck you think it has a cover?
so the pages don't get dirty, silly boy.
Exactly. Don't worry, little boy.
The summary on the back tells me everything.
Don't worry, little boy.
Are you familiar with Leo and Satan?
Not
Oh, shit.
particularly.
Oh my god. It's I should have never showed him those fucking little animations on YouTube. They're old. But they're fucking it's like a little boy and Satan that hang out. And Leo and Satan and I've got a few drops. It's like he'll want me to fucking do the voice. It's like, don't worry, little boy.
Yeah.
Socks is for your feet, silly. It's like they're trying to get sugar for their pancakes. They end up getting meth from the whimsical stranger.
That's happened to me a few times.
And then like they eat it and it's like, ugh. And then you just see Satan, huge as hell, crushing a freightliner in the ocean, and like Leo's just naked with a bottle of booze next to him and shit.
Sometimes
And he just
that's
looks
what
up,
happens.
what the fuck happened?
And
That
then-
was not sugar.
You
on those
asked
things.
for it.
That was not sugar on those fucking
No.
things.
Oh no.
No. It was cracker meth.
How much do you want? It's like, I have some pubic hair and a button. Even
It was a the UK version of a penny.
Penny.
It was a penny.
Oh.
It's the UK version of penny.
What, 1 sterling?
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. But, yeah, how's that shot treating you, buddy?
Believe it or not, I low-key day drank all fucking day.
Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, yeah. No. People have 80-some-odd episodes to figure out I'm a functioning alcoholic. I ain't trying to hide shit.
Right.
No, I'll wake up and I'll be like, I'll take my...
It's a shot time.
Well, I'll drink like... I don't drink coffee. I'll do like a big glass of ice cold water to where it hurts. That's how cold I love it. And then after I'm done with that, I'll light a cigarette and be like, all right, beer time.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it, dude, I literally do not put anything like any food or drink into my body until like 2 p.m. Not even out of like a conscious choice. It's just like it's
your habit now.
I have to remind myself.
That's kind of
like,
how
I'll have to be like, hey, dude, you haven't eaten today.
Oh, Casey will get on my ass for not eating. It's like, I'm not hungry.
I know. I'll just be like,
Or
I completely forgot
I
to eat. I'll
Yeah.
just be like, I forgot
Especially
that
if I
shit.
stayed the night.
No, I thought from our conversation before, I thought you didn't drink at all.
I tried not to.
Well, especially since you're driving too. So.
Yeah, today was probably...
Yeah, see, we're responsible here at
Today
PFE.
was probably like the first time in probably like 8 months that I fucking drank, and I only drank today because I was out on the lake fucking relaxing, man.
Really?
I was out in the Hoochie Daddy shirt and shorts just fucking chilling.
Hoochie Daddy?
Hoochie Daddy.
Are you talking about like those Larry Bird type shorts?
They were not knee-tip. They were not fingertip length. They were very, very much so.
Oh, you went
knees.
European.
I was going crazy. I was going crazy. It was Speedo levels.
Hey, whatever.
Speedo levels of Riz.
Whatever
out on the
floats your
fucking
boat.
lake.
You asked for it.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That's
asked
what I'm
for it.
saying. They asked for it.
Oh, man. I don't know if you're familiar with Brooklyn Nine-Nine at all.
I fucking love that shit.
Hot damn!
There you go.
Balthazar is a thirsty bitch.
No,
All right.
but fucking with Harkness, yeah, dude, he's a fucking...
That's what his name is, yeah.
Yeah, he's even, like, off fucking stage, he's the fucking stand-up individual. Like,
No, I immediately, I know you were, like, it's kind of hard to judge somebody, like, I was just saying this to Casey, like, today, or yesterday. It was really hard for me to judge your character, because every time I'm there to meet you, you're fucking busy, you're MCing,
Facts.
you know, and you're doing your shows, and I understand that, you know. But like I could tell just from our little exchanges this week, you know, like kind of talking about, you know, the show coming up and the fact that you were so gung ho about it.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, and it's just like, hey, every night in Practically Friends podcast is a good night. I'm like, fucking right. It's like this is going to be a good episode.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah, so it's like it kind of sucks that, you know, like you didn't have the time, and I understand that, and I know it's kind of hard, you know, especially at the latest one when I was like trying to like ask you to, you know, about the cards and this, that, and everything, and I kind of wanted to, you know, like do like a little advertisement there on the mic just real quick, but I know you were busy, and that was really a lot to ask.
Somebody
especially when you don't know what you're advertising.
Believe this shit or not, somebody, literally, speaking of just how busy, literally about a week after I had that concert, I get a call from the venue, and I get a call from a paving company, and they were like, hey, dude, someone left their car here, and it's just sat here for the past fucking week.
Really?
Someone just left their fucking car, and
someone got too drunk.
Yeah, no, they lost their keys in the fucking crowd. And
I have a story like that.
And they didn't come and pick it up, so that shit got towed. And and that goes along with like, yeah, even I'm extremely busy with like music videos
because they hold you responsible for that because your name is on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm 100%
because renting that quote unquote venue is you.
That's my spot for them.
Yeah.
Some shit happens, anything happens, I am held 100%.
It's like the same thing about, you know, if you have a house and you're throwing a party and you don't have insurance and somebody gets hurt, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the Raquel show, at the
weed eating?
Huh?
I mean, like yesterday with the weed eating?
Yeah.
And
exactly like that.
And prior to the fucking Summer Smash at the
Raquel's?
at the anniversary, because that was an anniversary concert for the first concert I ever held.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know because we went there. It almost felt last minute. And I remember it was still cold. We took the Harley out there, and it was fucking freezing.
That was me kind of just being like, you know, with everybody from fucking, okay, so the way that, let me fucking just step back.
All right.
I originally had booked a much cheaper venue, and it was a venue that I had went with a few times.
What, there in Salem?
Yeah, and it was the Legion, the American Legion. And
oh, okay, yeah.
they basically were just kind of like, yeah, dude, you're going to need to fuck off with these concerts. And I was like...
Was it getting too rowdy for him?
Yeah. And I was just kind of like, all right, completely understandable. And I'm to the point where there's no other fucking venues in Salem that would take a rap concert.
What is Raquel's normally?
That's a restaurant, dude. That's a steak fucking like...
That's what I was thinking.
That's a sit-down, like, fancy...
Like, as soon as you walk in, it feels like it'd be like a bistro.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So it was just me, like, okay... My first initial plan of venues got fucked. How do I make this the coolest, sickest, dopest thing possible?
How
in the
soon
shortest...
did you get 86th by the Legion before...
A week.
A week? And you got that together in a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
It took, dude, took me...
Do you know the owners, or did you have to grease
I had no personal, there was no connection. I called the restaurant, spoke to a fucking waitress and said, hey, can I speak to the owner of the establishment? I just wanted to know.
You didn't have to grease any palms or nothing? Good on you, man.
Well done.
And that's
congratulations.
And that's the thing. Here's the thing. It's the footwork that people just have to step out of that little bit of anxiety. Like, you know the worst thing that's ever going to happen is someone's going to say no. And there's 7 or 8 billion people on this fucking world.
Yeah.
People are going to say fucking no. That's what you think. I called probably 4 or 5 other places prior to Raquel's, and they were like, a rap concert? You can go fuck yourself, kid. And I was like, oh, okay,
well,
cool.
like immediate answer? Like
yeah,
you weren't waiting on calls back?
It wasn't debatable. It was no.
Just hell no. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know.
I set up a fucking meeting with Raquel's, went in there. We sat down over a lunch table, went over paperwork. And I'm not going to lie.
Liability and
I'm gonna
concessions and percentages and shit like that.
So booking the venue space was $1,000+ for the night.
Yeah, we bought tickets. Yeah,
that's for the night, and that's before sound equipment. That's before I paid my door people. That's before fucking anything with money happens.
Right.
So I literally was just kind of like, okay, since I have such a short time span, I'm gonna compensate with that by pumping as much fucking like everybody. That was me saying everyone else in Kentuckiana, sit the fuck back for a minute. And just
check
watch
this out.
Watch what the fuck I'm finna.
The King's doing.
The King's fucking. It was like everybody sit back, watch what the fuck the King has to do for a minute, and then you can have your concerts again. Yeah. That's why I said okay. I really probably could have went out and searched for a different venue, but I was like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna stay homegrown. I'm gonna stay in Salem.
I mean, that's the first time I've ever really I've gone through Salem before, like once or twice, but that's the first time I actually hung out there. And
I get that. I get told
Raquel's
that a
show, and I went in there. It's like, dude, this is fucking awesome.
I get told that shit a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't come through Salem. It's a small it's a small town.
I like that little
the square's
square.
dope as shit.
Yeah.
The square's dope as fucking shit.
I've been to Salem a few times. I don't.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I
thinks
thought Raquel's was there for that. I thought, oh, this probably used to be a restaurant because they have concessions and shit.
They so the way that contract worked, believe it or not.
This is something you can disclose?
Yeah, we didn't even have it for the full day. Like, they just kind of told everybody that was eating there at 4 p.m. to get the fuck out. They were just
said,
hey, y'all, get out. We're about to get ill real quick.
They were like, hey, dude, this guy's paying us pretty fucking well. I paid them more than they make probably making food.
Oh, yeah, so technically you rented the place out.
Yeah. I paid for them.
that is pretty much what you did.
I paid for them to be there. I paid for their employees to be there, and I paid for them to make the food and be good hosts, which they fucking were.
Yeah.
They killed that shit. That was amazing.
I wish I was
Especially
there.
with how rowdy it got. And that's where we met Cleasy.
Cleasy's a fucking
dude. He's been on the fucking docket for months.
A fucking monster.
I'll call him. We actually have a drop from him. He's like, man, I work on Saturday. He's fucking cool. And I didn't even recognize him there at the Summer Smash. Yeah. I thought he was just waving at somebody behind me. And I was texting him. I was like, where you at, man? And it's like, man, dog, I've just seen you.
I feel Cleasy for sure thinks I'm like fucking insane because I'll be texting him at like midnight on some like personal deep shit. Like I'll just be like, hey, Cleasy.
Are you close with him?
I wouldn't even say that, bro. I just be texting him.
Be like, it's like I'm gonna talk to somebody who's gonna listen.
That's what I'm saying. I just be and it's not. I've known him for a short time span, but he's just like
he's so
he's
fucking cool
to a point where you're like, bro, I could probably tell this dude that I murdered somebody, and he wouldn't tell nobody.
It's like, all right, how many shovels we need, dog?
Nobody. Like,
where are we digging the hole?
And just him,
like just like Muhammad Ali's medal, they ain't gonna find shit,
bro.
Yeah.
Him as a creative, like I don't know. He has a fucking. Let me do this right now. Hang on.
Hold on, are you gonna bring up a conversation or his music?
I'm gonna bring up his fucking because I know that I'm talking about him as a creative. I don't want to like sell him short and not shout him out.
Oh yeah, please do, please do. Go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck the name of his latest project is, but his latest project is like it's like something. It's I don't want to fucking say anything.
I think. Hold on.
I'm sure he'll find it.
Yeah, because I think we follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah, pull that shit up, bro,
yeah,
for real.
There we go. And plus it'll be on that one.
Right.
Fuck yes.
There we go while we're doing this. Start.
Forgot about that.
Was it Cleasy?
Yeah, it's Cleasy. It's Cleasy how?
It's Cleasy how? Cleasy Picasso, baby! Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There he is. There's that handsome devil.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's
My Little Dark World.
Yes. So he's been promoting that at the last few concerts, and bro, it has just been a fucking banger. Like every last song on that motherfucker is gonna smack. I cannot wait for it to release.
I haven't heard any of his new stuff, but I know that like
a lot of the.
Oh, there's you. There's you and him.
Yeah, bro.
Is that at Raquel's?
Yeah, that was at Raquel's.
Yeah, I think I was just outside of that photo actually. I was outside smoking.
I've been locked in with Cleasy since that show. Cleasy's dope as fuck. I literally texted him. The first text I sent him was, "Hey,
he's really good about getting back with you too."
Oh yeah, I was like, "Hey, dude, I think your music's good as fuck. Like, 100%. I would really love for you to come out and pop out." And he was like, "Yeah, bro, I'll be there." And he showed out and fucking did his thing. And me and him have been fucking tight since, bro. He's a fucking baller. I love
dude. He's
Cleasy.
such a nice guy. Such a
Shout
a class act,
Cleasy.
man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so his new stuff is called My Little Dark World. Apparently, it's gonna be July 29th. The album is yours here on well, that's a TikTok screenshot, but I'm just seeing this on Instagram.
He better,
and that's at It's Cleasy Ho.
And he better be on the fucking Practically Friends podcast.
Well, no, he's been on the fucking docket for like months.
Yeah,
like ever since that Raquel show. You know, because I was handing out cards there too.
Yeah, bro. I still have a few of those in my car. I still keep.
I've got so many fucking flyers I can give you. Was it a 7x10s or whatever?
Like the ones you put in people's windshields.
You'd be amazed, bro. Literally everything that ever is handed to me at any of my concerts, I keep personally, and like I probably have. Name dropping a few. Lyrically Gifted LG gave me a fucking headband, and I still have that shit. Fucking Fat Shane gave me a Shrimp Gang bracelet, and I still wear that shit. Rel the Vet gave me a Bully Rap T-shirt. I still wear that shit. Fucking like everything.
Well, those are like little nuggets of like your progress and theirs too.
That's what I'm saying. Anything. Anything.
It's nostalgic and it's sentimental, and it's like it's part of a story.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But I just I hope that I'm just relieved that especially after the first show at Raquel's that you didn't think that I was just sitting there just like trying to, you know, like I was trying to. I only gave my cards out to people that I found talented and interesting. You know, like I wanted to like I'm not gonna put somebody on here and just have somebody on here. I had some fucking because well, it wasn't angry. It was a very good debate, a good back and forth.
Right.
You know, but the thing is that I was very clear-headed, and I knew exactly how I was gonna punch a hole in his parachute every single time he started talking. You know, but yeah, like I'm not gonna have somebody on here that I don't want to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if I do like, and I've been trying to branch out to musicians, which you know we're starting to with you and Draywall and El Capone. Shout out, you missed out. It's a girl, Mercy. But like I'm trying to get a hold of like local comedians that are trying to get their names out there, and then the thing is, if I help them, it's mutually beneficial.
Right? Because
like their fans are going to get a hold of me.
And then
my fans are going to get a hold of them. Yeah. And if we have a good episode, then that's going to bump me up and bump them up. It'll behoove both of us.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
I think, honestly, bro, I believe this shit or not, I did stand up before I fucking rapped on stages.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you do stand up?
Like 4 shows, but I fucking smacked. Like I did really well at those shows. So like I was to a point where I was like, okay, I can be cocky on stage. So
I think that's the biggest hurdle.
That's my superpower, bro. Is I'm not, even if it's bad, I'm not afraid to show it in front of other people.
What's your trick?
I don't care.
Oh, you just.
Here's the thing.
It doesn't hit you like it normally would.
The way I see it, if I express something and it's good, it's gonna stick around for way longer than my lifetime.
Did you write stuff like beforehand? Like, did you have a set, or did you just go up there and riff?
I would just go up and wing it.
Really?
I would just tell stories, and if the stories weren't killing it, I would make shit up as I went along.
I mean, everybo's got their niche, you know,
right?
And I did it.
That's how a lot of comedians go, you know, like storytellers. I mean, you know damn well I am such a fucking fanboy for Tom Segura,
Jesus,
and then
and Bert Kreischer, and their stuff is mostly telling real life stories with some exaggerations, because that's what comedians do.
Right? They always
and that's like and with that, like with the real life storytelling, and not like the confidence to be like, hey, here's a really embarrassing story. I'm gonna tell it in front of a few hundred fucking people. Having that level of confidence when performing music it just gives you literally no level of fear. Like you're just performing solely for you.
Now see, I can kind of I can actually level with you on this, because I used to be in a band in high school.
Fuck yeah.
I know that kind of sounds cliche.
No.
But it was a metal band in high school, right in the peak of Kill Switch Engage and As Will I Die and stuff. So and we play at the same fucking place every weekend.
Yep.
Right across the river, you know, down in Florida. But like, we'd sell tickets at high school, you know, during our high school, and
that's a fucking.
We only had about 4 or 5 songs, and one of them was an intro.
Right.
You know, like instrumental intro, where everybody kind of had their like, you know, whatever. But I remember the first time we went up to play in front of people, wasn't even actually our show.
Yeah.
It was somebody else's show in a storage unit, you know, and it was like, it was packed. I mean, I'm surprised the cops didn't come. I mean, it was fucking packed.
Fuck yeah.
And the thing is, it was like I want to say like grunge punk, you know, like, you know, fuck your like Sex Pistols type, you know, rowdy shit. Like really fun to be at a show like that, but I'm not gonna listen to it in my car.
Yeah.
You know. So they're not even on the right tuning, and all of us, like before the band was even a band, like we had just gotten a singer. He had no lyrics. He was just screaming into the mic. He was literally saying our names and like microphone, like you couldn't tell what he was fucking saying. He was fucking Tyler, man. He was, I want to say like 6'1", skinny as a fucking rail.
What, like
bowl, like blonde bowl cut with Coke bottle glasses. But he had fucking pipes on him, dude. And like they said, it's like, oh, we've been hearing about this band y'all done start. Fucking come up and play one of the songs. Wrong tuning. The bass was fucked up.
But hey, you got the experience of being
right.
Like, hey,
I was nervous as shit.
This is what it's not supposed to feel like. This is what it's not. Believe this shit or not, dude. The first rap concert I ever did, where I like solely performed and had songs prepared and all that shit, I opened for Dre Wall. That was my very first concert.
What?
Was that intimidating for you?
No.
Or to just kind of,
I said, dude, I did stand up. At that point, I was just kind of like, man, I'm ready to get
like
this
water
shit.
off a duck's back.
Yeah, I showed up, and my main concern was I was just like, damn, dude, I really hope they don't fucking ID me at the fucking bar.
Right.
That was it. This was like fucking 2-3 years ago.
Now, if you're part of the act, part of the
they were chill as shit.
Yeah, they don't really give a shit.
So I went on there, and I definitely fucked up. Like, my set was ass. My set definitely sucked. I definitely thought it was way better, and like looking back at it now, I thought it was way better than it really was.
It was probably that rush, that first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is I was just so fucking into it. I stayed on stage for maybe 2 minutes, and the rest of it I was walking into the crowd screaming my lyrics at motherfuckers.
Well, it was probably, that passion, and, you already broke down the dam of being, stage fright and shit like that.
Right.
So, like, it was the first time you ever unleashed that part of yourself. You know, I mean, it's very euphoric.
And Draywall fucking shout out to Draywall. He definitely kept me fucking my head in the right spot, because I showed up and I was kind of like, oh fuck, all right, how do I, like, what's going on? And he was like, well, it's not even really he like sat down and explained to me. It's I saw the way he set up shows and concerts, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna start.
He was welcoming.
Yeah, he was like.
Yeah. I could see
he
that
walked
about
up
him.
to my fiance the night of the show that I had opened up for him and was like, hey dude, this dude's a really good guy. I like literally had known him for like 2 weeks, and he's sitting there telling my fiance how fucking cool I am.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right.
I can see him doing that after sitting here, you know, with him for like 3 hours. Him and El Capone, dude. Yeah. They're fucking class acts, man.
They're chill. Yeah. So he definitely gave me like the fucking ropes, and I was just kind of like, all right, dude, I'm gonna fucking run with this. And that's literally what gave me the inspiration to start doing my own concerts and really start popping off on my own shit like that.
So how soon after you did that first show, did you start trying to orchestrate your own events?
Like that night.
Really? you started doing the busy work?
No,
like once you got home?
Literally with the way that I texted you. Like, I texted you and I was like, okay, what day are you available? What time are you available?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be there.
Yeah. Really?
The way I plan concerts is I'm like, the night of the concert that I'm having.
But I'm sorry to cut you off, but what I'm wondering is, like, did you already have kind of like an in with some of the venues?
No.
Or did you kind of like utilize Draywall's connections to kind of... Or you just went in there dry?
I went in there dry.
Fucking sideways, no spit. I like it.
Dry.
I like it.
I went in there. The way that I booked my first gig was I made a post in Facebook, believe it the fuck or not.
Facebook is a powerful tool.
On a fucking group chat, and I said, hey, I need to do a concert in Salem. Like, there's not shit for the youth to do out here in this town, and I would really like to start changing that.
Did you just turn away to burp?
That wasn't a burp. That was a hiccup.
Okay. Good.
But I was like, there's no venues. Like, I really need a good venue. And someone had hit me up personally, and they were like, yeah, you know, just swing by, come do this. And the connections I made were literally just from word of mouth. Like, I never went out of my way to personally link up with somebody.
One could argue that word of mouth is a lot better.
It's who you know.
That's why every time I was handing out cards at both of your shows, I would sit there and I would talk to the guys. And I'd tell them what we were about, you know, like what I was telling you about, like, you know, free range, safe space, but we never put anything out there that you don't want.
That's exactly.
You know, and that whole personable thing. And like, I was trying to not only sell the podcast, but sell myself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, so like that word of mouth, dude, sometimes that's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's fake it till you make it also, which is, I mean, a lot of people really will downgrade that saying, but I mean, it's as true as it could possibly get, because, I mean, with my first concert, I was telling people, dude, this shit is sold out, and I sold like 3 tickets so far.
That's a nice thought for an idiot to have.
And I was just like, you know, I was sitting at a fucking gas station trapping fucking concert tickets, you know, $10 a pop. I think I made like fucking like $600.
And that's after costs?
I made way more. That's before door sale.
I
don't remember exactly how much I made, but it was in the comma kind of range. Like, there was a comma there.
Oh boy,
a singular one, but it wasn't fucking
singular one. But that's still a lot.
Yeah, for my first concert, you know, I was 19, really fucking, and like
green, still wet behind the ears and stuff.
And here's the thing:
nice little payday.
There's so much fucking beauty in that, because, you know, I miss the moments where I didn't know what I was doing, and, you know,
oh yeah, where it's like fresh
amateur
and still like
and,
new
like you said,
and exciting.
Like you said, the anxiety of being on stage for your first time. I miss that shit because it was
anxiety is kind of a strong word, I think, but I think we're on the same page. But I think it's like more like euphoric, like surreal. Surreal's probably a better word.
Like I'm to the point where it's like I don't even feel like I don't get that stage ecstatic anymore. Like, I'm not like super hype just because I've done it so many fucking times.
But the thing is, you still have some sort of happiness with it.
Oh my god, dude, I'm obsessed.
Well,
with
he
it.
wouldn't be doing it unless he was passionate about it. Why do you think I'm still doing this? And I haven't made a fucking dime.
It's almost like it's to a sense where it's like a universal calling, to where it's like money, you know, money comes and goes. You know, money was invented by man. That shit comes and goes.
The monetary stuff, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, eventually that money's going to come back. Like, I spent, like, even with Raquel's, I'm not a fucking famous rich person. I spent damn near my entire fucking paycheck booking this place because I had that much confidence in myself that I would be able to make it back.
Well, I mean, you're never going to be playing with house money until you're already made it. Until you're the house.
I still don't play with house money.
But the thing is that you took a risk, and greatness comes from taking risks.
Right.
You know,
Plus
and it's kind of like a little thing that you made me think of real quick is like that whole idiom, or idiom really. So that you find what you're passionate about and what you love to do, and find a way to get paid for it.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. I tell people at the concerts, I'll see people fucking around taking pictures and shit, and I mean, I won't name drop, but like, I did this at the last Summer Smash. I saw this dude walking around taking photos, and I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, dude, there's money in that." I was like, "Just so you know, there's people fucking pay thousands of dollars to have."
Oh yeah, my niece does photography and shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
and she makes a good fucking.
People will
that's
pay
her
out
side
the
hustle.
Ass. That's what I'm saying. People will pay out the ass, and I tell everybody that comes out, you just have to fucking working a 9 to 5 is dead as fuck, dude. You just have to fucking find that hustle and fucking stick with it until bread comes. A lot of fucking money's gonna get lost, and there's gonna be a lot of days where you're fucking penniless, jobless, and you can even be fucking homeless for all God's sake.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't end up there for you. I mean, it's happened. I've never ended up homeless, but I've been penniless and fucking jobless throughout this fucking journey, and I mean, it all ended up paying off.
Right.
Yo, I don't know what this little motherfucker talk about, man, but it's motivating.
But
that's what I'm saying.
What I was gonna say is it's you'll never know until you shoot your shot.
And here's the thing: most people are trapped with an idea of who they are because
like the stigma, like this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. How's this person at work gonna feel if they see my Facebook post saying I'm doing comedy or I'm doing rap or I'm doing this, or how's my mom gonna feel, or how's my fucking girlfriend gonna
there's
feel?
a whole thing about a lot of comics and stuff. I mean, I'm really into comics, and I follow their stories, their podcasts and stuff, and like more often than not, they actually hid that life from their friends and family.
Yeah.
Until they started getting, better
That's
spots.
and
they refined their art,
Yeah. I really did that too. I would really just be kind of like, people would walk up and just be like, "Hey dude, I heard you do music." And I would just kind of like push it off to the side. I'd be like, "Yeah, man, I fucking, we'll record in my buddy's basement sometimes. You ought to fucking, And now it's like people walk up to me and they're like, "Yeah, hey, I heard you made music." And I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I make fucking music."
Represent.
I make fucking music, and I make fucking shit happen because of the music.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
Okay, so real quick, unfortunately, we're going to have to take a small break.
Solid.
Yeah, real quick break. Benny King.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to our junior here. Sadly. I have to send him asunder back home.
Asunder?
To the nest.
To the nest.
So we'll see you back here in a few minutes. And we're back. What's up, everybody? Except for Junior. Stupid. We're going to try and call Casey right now.
Hey.
Hey, we're hearing you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Try and say something.
Testing.
Oh, I hear Benny.
Yeah, testicles wax.
Christ.
On a cracker. So we were just... what?
Emmy won't stop fucking screaming, and it's making me want to bounce my head off the concrete.
Why? Why is she screaming?
She's mad because I put her in the room with Freya instead of keeping her out here, and she won't go to sleep.
Oof, wowza.
Kyle. You knew Kyle was gonna call me.
This bitch.
Kyle said this bitch. Yeah, I got here. Alex isn't here. Damien's passed out, and so's Sean. Ingrid's the only one awake.
I convinced our friend Benny King here to have a couple of shots of the creature.
Oh, yeah?
That's right.
You smoke any weed?
Yeah. A little bit. Oh, shit.
My parole is in fucking jeopardy right now.
Leave the babies that are stuck in the padding alone.
No, it's fine. He's a cop. Leave the motherfucker recording when we're outside, and I forget to press record on the cameras whenever we actually start.
They got the spooky ghost sounds while we were outside.
Whoa. Actually, Chewy, move your fucking ass. No, I've got USBs right here, or you can plug it in here.
Nobody needs to know where I'm at for a little bit. So
yeah, because you're down home cop.
Yes, sir. I mean, okay, so if this part does get left in, which I mean, I don't really give a fuck. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm just going to say that this was... I'm saying these words under the influence of El Capone and fucking Dre Wall. Also don't like this chick and are totally fine with the slander. And it's not even slander. Because this does seem like the kind of person... I'm not even going to name drop because this does seem like the kind of person who would like do their literal best to legally take actions against me.
Yeah. No,
but,
I'll take the names out, but everybody knows who we're talking about.
But there's just certain scenes in that where... Hang on, let me backtrack.
You said that it felt like half the episode.
It dragged a decent bit. And what I was saying is that, that's content. You get a video of that, of just conflict happening, and people are going to react to that, and someone's going to take a side, and that's immediately going to just cause fucking views and, self-promotion.
Yeah. It's pretty much beating an ugly horse that may or may not be dead. But, what
I get shy when I know I'm being recorded, homie. I get really shy.
What are you talking about? She's looking at me. No, you're being recorded for 40 minutes before this.
I know, but for the podcast, I'm getting shy dogging on people. I'm getting shy dogging on people.
We just talked about how you don't get stage fright, even when our boy did comedy.
I get stage fright dogging on people. I don't like dogging on people. I'm a positive person. I love everybody.
Okay, yeah. I know you have to be indifferent because you're part of the force.
I was about to say I can't go one way or another with people.
I just love the fact that when we actually stopped, uncracked the mics, and we were talking about it here.
Everything that you said was legitimate in the last episode.
Thank you. That's what I love. I love the fact that he took my side, so I'm a little biased.
Hey man, I think you were right, player.
Thank you.
You love anyone that takes your side because you love being right.
Because I usually am. Eventually.
Give me the juice.
Damn it.
Depends on the day.
Whatever. I don't know why it's not playing all that loud. I'm gonna have to. She's just gonna have to listen to her drops later.
That's okay.
In post.
Get on the podcast and turn up.
Did you just say get on the Palmcast?
I said get on the podcast and turn up.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind it later. I think you just said Palmcast.
I probably did. What's a Palmcast? Is there a difference?
It's you inadvertently said a very deep dive inside joke from YMH.
You do you, homie.
Oh shit, he's already still signed into his.
Oh shit, okay. Christ.
Okay, hey, while we have you, so we can have something that people will enjoy listening to instead of just our nonchalant conversation. You know more about it than I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you to fill me in on this. What is this bullshit about Aldean?
About what?
Jason Aldean. So he released.
I was wondering that too.
He released a song back in May, and it used a bunch of news clips in it and everything for the music video. And apparently the lyrics are really racist and controversial. So now everyone's trying to say that, Jason Aldean isn't from the South because he's really fucking racist, and that everyone should boycott him. And there's posts circulating on Facebook. There's posts circulating on Facebook
about being from the
if
South
you think
if he was racist.
Dog, y'all don't even.
There's posts circulating on Facebook that if you think Jason Aldean is offensive, let me introduce you to Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah, and then there's that Bobby guy. I forgot his name. Bobby something.
I know you did.
That sings about like lynching people and like trying to retake the ghetto.
I listened to that song today while I was out at the...
The Aldine one?
Yeah, because I had seen a Facebook post about it, and I was like, man, I've never fucking... Like, I'm not an avid country listener, so, like, the name Jason Aldean popping up on my Facebook page, I was like, all right, he did some shit.
Yeah, it's big enough.
I was like, he did some shit.
It's getting enough traction where even you're hearing about it.
I'm a rapper in the underground Kentucky and a rap community. I normally do not see posts about what Jason Aldean's doing in his fucking days. So I listened to the song, and it's racist. It's a really, really racist song.
Really?
There's no debating that song is 100% about people of color.
Really?
I will put cash money hands down. I will
What's the
literally
name of the song? I'm
sell
going to
my
look it up
soul.
so we can hear it.
Do it in a small town. And, you know, Jason Aldean's one of those people who
Do
just
it
has,
in a small town?
Yeah, he says, try that in a small town or something like that. He's like, beat up a police officer, be a person of color. Try that in a small town. He doesn't say that, but he inadvertently throughout the entire song just is like using every stereotype against people of color and then saying, do this, attempt to do this stereotype of your race in a small town. I wish you would.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
It's like a threat track.
You know what it actually makes me think of? Just, I don't know if it's that similar, but do you remember how Hank Williams Jr. used to do like the little commentary or whatever for like a college ball or like NFL or something? And like he said, or he came out with like a song or something, and like they banned him from that.
I mean,
he said, "Fuck y'all, I don't care. I don't need your money."
There's certain shit. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Jason Aldean, and I read a little bit about him personally, and he's like low key a piece of shit. I read this thing, and like I said, I don't know if this is valid. It's not even like Jason Aldean, but he apparently ordered a fucking shitload of food, like I think like 70 fucking burritos before this restaurant closed, like 10 minutes before they closed, tipped to nobody.
Really?
And after the workers at the restaurant had posted, hey, dude, Jason Aldean kind of just fucked us over for the last 2 hours of our closing shift.
Isn't that the worst?
He contacted the manager, and all the employees were let go. He got all those employees fired for complaining about having to stay extra.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I read. I mean, I don't
know. Did you ever hear about the same kind of stuff about George Strait?
Not tipping and shit, like being a dick.
Well, like, you know who George Strait is, right? Legend, country singer, right?
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, he's one of the heavy hitters, No, apparently he's such a dick, and I've heard this, and I've read some articles about this in the past, to where he would charge, like the runners and like the technicians, everybody there, like working on the production in the show. He would charge people like $5 to $10 for a water.
That don't surprise me.
And like he was such a dick to where like if you didn't have the money and you were fucking
once you have that, but you disconnect from reality, bro.
100%, dude. I think we touched on this before about once people get to a certain level of fame
and money,
and to where like there's no more stimuli and there's no more. They lose connection with themselves and with the rest of the human race. Yeah. We were just talking about this last night about Will Smith. How I have no more respect for him because of the whole Jada stuff, and the fact that he felt the need to go up there and slap Chris Rock just to get his name out there. Because guess what? That he's not going to get his jollies out there anymore. And what was it?
He won that fucking Oscar, too. If he would have just shut the fuck up, sat the fuck down.
Nobody's going to watch his movies anymore because they know he's a prick.
In that clip...
and it's probably not even him. It's what Jada put him through. On top of the fame.
Yeah, it builds up.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dude, my wife's
you get I think the proper word is jaded.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Quite literally, no pun intended. Yeah. Jaded. This motherfucker
jaded.
got jaded.
Maybe that's why God made that word.
Jaded Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, you got Jada Pinkett.
You got Jada Pinkett.
Oh, my God, don't pick it.
That's what the fuck happened, dude. He just
it'll never go away if you pick it.
This shit built up to him, man.
But not only that, but I think we were trying to watch like the carpool karaoke show on Vizio, like for free or whatever. Yeah. And the first episode was him, and it's like I can't take him.
He fucked himself
seriously.
over.
Yeah, I mean he dug his own grave.
Once it's like we said, once you get to that point of money, fame, you just get literally. So I have friends that work in Louisville at like pizza stores and shit, and this is gonna sound corny as fuck, but dude, so Beyonce's on tour in Louisville. Beyonce comes through, orders $4,000 worth of pizza, and right now, all the restaurants in Louisville, all the pizza places, they're fighting over the screenshot of this receipt for $4,000 because they want to say, "Hey, this was from my pizza. Beyonce ate my pizza."
Yeah.
That's how fucking crazy people can really get when it comes to that
it's
fame.
Literally
and
putting somebody up on a pedestal.
Disconnect from reality.
It's literally putting somebody up on a pedestal.
So with that Jason Aldean shit, even if the public verdict is okay, Jason Aldean's not racist.
You're talking about the court of public opinion.
Yes, he could be 100% racist behind closed doors. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but don't we all kind of think that most country stars are a little racist?
Oh no, for sure they are.
Like behind closed doors. So he let a little, like he dipped his racist toe in the social pond.
I mean, you got to
like if he did.
Look at what Morgan Wallen did.
Oh no!
Look at what Morgan Wallen did.
What? Who's that? What he did?
He's a more he full blown said it. He dropped the N-bomb. Full blown dropped the N-bomb.
Where and when?
I don't remember the exact context.
Morgan Wallen?
But it was a very big ordeal about the fact that he had dropped the N-bomb, and he currently has songs out with Lil Durk, who's, fucking
Morgan
huge.
Wallen right there, American country singer.
Huge in the fucking rap game.
Oh, he's young. I thought you were talking about somebody like old.
No, he dropped the fucking M-bomb pretty recently.
Me plus All Your Reasons. Seems like he was a songwriter before he was a actual star or whatever. Ew, gross. All right, so I'm going to mark it right now just because I haven't heard this song. So I'm going to play it a little bit, and then we'll, afterwards, we're going to get back with Casey and see if we left anything out.
About the Black Lives Matter protest.
Yeah, I'm seeing the video right now, and there's a lot of clips
saying try that in a small town. That is a direct threat.
I mean,
imagine if Kevin Gates dropped a music video and he was in the middle of the fucking hood, and he was like, "Ride your Ford F-150. Try that in the hood, pussy." Everyone would be like, "Oh my God, Kevin Gates is the biggest piece of shit on earth."
You know what this actually reminds me of? How some channels almost tried to outlaw that song, Earl, from Dixie Chicks, and then another one about them being against Bush or something, and then people were getting all up in arms about that one song from Toby Keith about, "We'll shove a boot up your ass, it's the American way,"
There's shit that you just can't say on a song.
Yeah, but the thing is that you listen to those songs now, and it doesn't mean
their own
shit.
crops for the day.
Yeah.
A friend is in need, and they've come
This
to
is
help.
really this is propaganda.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't hear you.
You'll get it.
This isn't like some borderline, hey, let's dance around it. This is, hey, I'll fucking kill you.
No, we were saying this is propaganda. I'm watching this video for the first time right now. Like he can have his views and shit, but this is literally 3 minutes of preaching. It's pretty much nothing but propaganda. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody needs to do this, if not already, to deep fake Trump's face on him during this video.
They do. I mean, it's like
That'd be hilarious.
It really is propaganda. Just saying.
Go ahead, try that in a small town.
It's a
Go
threat.
ahead, try it. It's the most wonderful, smallest, greatest world in the world.
That shit's a direct threat.
You won't get away with it. Won't get away with it.
I'm sorry.
And in my no, you're good. In my opinion, give it a year, he'll be back he'll be fine.
Oh, dude,
he'll bounce right back. They always do.
Oh, dude,
they always,
especially with shit nowadays. You put out something like this, you wait a month, something else is going to pop up.
The court of public opinion is ran by the same people it's been ran by for the past 50 years.
Yeah, but also you could also agree or argue that the court of public opinion is a bloodthirsty beast that can never be satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody wants their fucking 15 minutes. Everybody wants to be mad about something and want to be heard. Guess what? No one gives a shit about what you think. I'm sorry. You know how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of podcasts are out there competing with what I'm doing? Guess what? I know not everybody wants to hear what I fucking think or what you think or whatever. It's just like, but everyone has to fucking find an agenda because they don't have no personality of their own. And they it's literally like a lamprey
in my opinion,
or a fucking leech onto something that doesn't even have a blood supply.
Most definitely. And with the court of public opinion, when you start to get into that, it's all, numbers and, just statistics and money. It's who's going to rake in their label the most money. That's who we're going to throw. Because right now, just Jason Aldean's making fucking bank. Because look, there's a controversy behind him. People are conflicting. You have,
he has 2.63 million subscribers.
That's what I'm saying. This video is causing issues. Like, we're hearing about it.
And he's playing in Louisville on the 20th of October. So.
And see, I guarantee you he does.
And I bet you it's going to sell out.
That's what I'm saying. Because, by the time you've done something bad and it's like news articles, give it a week. We'll be hearing about something else.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, do you remember how Hulk Hogan fucked his best friend's wife and his best friend fucking filmed it? And was it Grudge or whatever it was called? The website? That whole thing? No? I bet you half of you listening don't even remember that shit until I brought it up. Guess what? It happened. These comments, oh my God. Can we go down some of these comments real quick?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, the second one, actually the first one on this video.
It's going to be racist.
There's 118,314 comments on this video. The first one from Eric Foster, 1842. It's probably when he was born. There is nothing wrong with defending your family and neighbors from criminals. In fact, we should be proud to do so. Right?
The fuck is that accent?
Here's the thing.
This Eric Foster that was born in 1842.
We all know what he wants.
Okay, the second one. And by the way, that first one that I just read has 328 replies. I'm not even digging up that fucking... I'm not opening that can of worms. I think I'm already kind of 1 foot in with this shit anyways. From Crystal McKenzie, 6995, from 1 hour ago. My husband's a black man. He can't find anything racist about this song. The media is literally out there trying to divide this country more. This is a song about small towns that stand by their neighbors and will back our neighbors up. We don't want criminal BS coming to our towns. Enough is enough. Absolutely love this song, and I stand with Jason Aldean.
I want to know. I just want to know. I just want to know who, when it comes to the Lives Matter, I'm 100% sure they're on the All Lives Matter side of things.
Well, what's wrong with All Lives Matter?
Nah, it's a protest to a protest, player.
Okay, I can kind of get down with that. Okay, before we get into this subject, we've been waiting for Casey to give us the full... right in the mic, thanks.
Clip that.
I think that's the loudest you've been all night, man.
I'm a very timid person. When I'm not on stage...
See how I leaned away?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm fucking with you. So, Casey, is there anything else that we may have missed about this story that you have to get us?
I mean, I don't really think so because, Christ.
Because I hit the head on the fucking hammer.
On a quacka.
No, I was reading something that someone sent me because, trying to start shit, but whatever. Everything that y'all discussed is just shit that I've been seeing on social media. So, I think y'all covered it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to steal your thunder. Here's another one. This is somebody that's against it. From Wildcat8598. Anyone who's listened to this song and doesn't see where all the quote-unquote racism is coming from Now you see just how hard some groups of people in this world are dead set on keeping us at one another's throats and are scared to death of us coming together and standing united as one. Scares the absolute shot out of the elites. I bet you that guy has a lot of fucking conspiracy theories that he believes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Wildcat.
I think first of all, that the song was trash.
It was.
The song sucked.
I mean,
it was a bad. It was a bad song.
Absolute trash, and it's just that regurgitated same 3-chord progression bullshit that they do. I have a video that I want to send you once I find it again. I'll send it to you, and it's a long one. But this guy really does get into the whole fact that like all these fucking songs, pop, hip hop, country, and even like the quote unquote heavy metal on the radio, it's all fucking regurgitated bullshit.
Phrygian minor scales that just get placed in a different order.
It's just like, it's literally, he mashes up the songs. Yeah. Like all the top 10 songs are pretty much the same song. But anyways, your point. I'm sorry.
Fuck, I forgot my point.
I have a bad habit of doing that. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're solid, bro. You're solid.
I'm sorry. All right, Casey.
I'm ready to dive into the next subject.
Okay, Casey, I think we're going to let you go because I think we're going to try and get him to do some freestyling.
Okay.
All right, we'll give you a call back or I'll keep you posted, okay?
All right, I love you.
I love you too. Thanks for chiming in.
Bye.
Before I get into freestyling.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so quick promos.
Oh, yeah.
Quick
right,
promos. Quick promos. Always have to do some quick promos.
There we go.
Have to do some personal shout outs. Always shout out personal people. That's first of all. Shout out, fuck. There's such a long list, bro. There's such a long fucking list. Shout out my homie Dale. Shout out my homie Wesley Gibson. Shout out my girl Susie. Shout out fucking, shout out fucking my homie Cameron. Shout out literally everybody listening to this that is one of my personal friends and decided to take the time out of their day to listen to me talk about shit that's fucking dope as hell. Also, on a realistic level and like come and see me type shit, on 7/29/23, I'm going to be performing at the John Hay Center Music Festival, which is a music festival in Salem, Indiana, which is held to protect the John Hay Center, which is a small local village that has been around Salem since the 1800s. All the funds go towards keeping it running, and it's just a really great historical thing for Salem, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. Tickets are going to be $20, and just type in John Hay House Center Music Festival, and it'll pop right up on pretty much Google anything. But yeah, come out and see everybody. 7/29/23, brother. It's going to be a fucking banger. I'm super fucking excited for it.
Right on, dude. We're going to try and be out there for that one.
Music all fucking day, 12 p.m. to like fucking. We're going all fucking day. It's not just
what from like noon to question mark.
It's all like it's a festival, dude. There's gonna be rock bands. There's gonna
so
be
you think
just
it's gonna
about
be bigger than Summer Smash?
Yeah,
100%. And that's there in Salem, not too far away.
Yeah,
from
it's gonna be in that. It's the same place.
The same spot.
Yeah, John.
Oh, great.
That was,
dude.
you know the
I really like that because it was like a natural auditorium.
Did you see that
thing.
fest? Did you see the small village behind us? Behind that center?
I saw the little village, like the
That's
little.
the John Hay House. Center.
Oh yeah, like
that whole village.
It was like it's almost like what you would go and see as a
like a pioneer,
like a field trip in elementary school.
Yeah,
almost like the Culbertson Mansion here.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like Salem's history. It's cool as shit, dude. I didn't even know about it, and I started really getting into it. And Salem's a fucking.
No, when we first walked up, like the quote unquote drugstore was open, I wanted to go in there and move stuff around before they closed it.
Yeah,
but I didn't.
Everybody,
that's
your
thing.
People
I didn't
were
want
walking through, and as I walked through, I saw kids, like little kids, touching on shit, looking at this pioneer.
Why
village.
is the snake oil next to the beaver tails?
That's what I'm saying. Like cool shit like that, like shit that you don't get to see every day, and that's like something that's fucking amazing. Which is why this is a really important concert, and I'm really glad. Shout out my homie.
Oh, is it some of the proceeds going to that? Like
all of it.
Oh, really?
All of it.
Great. Man.
Every last dime.
You gotta hold on to that heritage, and especially when it's for a good cause, dude. You can't beat that. I urge all of my listeners, new and old, current and maybe past, future, whatever, go to the show. We'll be there. Pretty much the whole PFP crew, and supporting our boys.
Major
and
shout
gals
out to my homie
out there spitting they shit and being real as hell.
Major shout out to my homie Chuck Hedrick for setting this concert up. I did not set up this concert. I am just going to be performing.
Oh, well, that's cool.
This is he's a fucking fantastic dude. Really love it. Really love what he's doing.
You're going to finally get a break and actually be able to spit your shit,
I'm just going to be able to sit back, spit some stuff, and then chill out in the audience for a little bit. Which is it? Me and Chuck have a fuckload. Me and Chuck have a fuckload of shit in the works, so just stay tuned for that.
And I bet you that's going to be kind of a load off your shoulders.
Me and him linked for the first time with the Summer Smash shit, and meeting someone with that much experience who knows what the fuck they're talking about really takes a load off. Me being 20 and in all reality,
sharing some of that weight.
That's what I'm saying. I've only been out in the field doing this shit for probably about like a year and a half, 2 years, and then meeting someone who's like, yeah, dude,
I can only imagine how overwhelming that may be, to the normal, like to me, I would just give up.
See, and there's times where you just get so frustrated because, you'll have, 15 artists in one fucking concert and you have to perfectly arrange everything with people, oh, my babysitter didn't decide to show up, so now I can't come, or I'm going to be...
And then you have to worry about that slot and then moving people around, and it's not just one person, it's probably multiple people
everybody
for
has
different
a
reasons and different times.
Ego from hell. Everybody's like, oh, well, I have people that it's not even an ego. There is ego that plays and they're like, well, I need this amount of time. I need to do this many songs because I'm better than everybody else here. And everybody, normally I've noticed that rappers will have that
Everybody's
ego.
a diva.
Yeah, everybody's a diva. Everybody needs to make the night about them.
I've been there. I'll own up to it. I've been a diva.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but I set up these concerts and I probably perform 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah, like mostly there in the beginning, I think.
I'll perform 1 or 2 songs, just get everybody kind of, brought in and all that good shit. But
all right, so I'm gonna save that and then just make sure that you write it down for me on the on the notepad before you go. That way I can put it in the description. And tell me, what's the date on that again?
7/29/23, July 29th, 23rd.
Right
it is
there,
next Saturday.
Just off the cusp of the square in Salem. Yeah. So
I said, just type in John Hay House Music Center Music Festival, and you will pretty much see it anywhere.
And if you look on our post here on the PFP, you'll probably get a link there to advertise that as well. And dude, that's another thing I really love. That's the next hurdle. I don't know if I mentioned it before. It was kind of like live streaming. Yeah. But I'd like to almost do like a live stream on location.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like in between. Like we'd broadcast it,
interviews,
like co-oping, like me and you, or whoever's throwing the shindig.
Yeah.
And then in between the songs, like maybe like we'll kind of like Radio Row when it comes to like award shows or whatever.
Dude,
they do their thing, and then in between the artists, we sit there and talk to the next one or somebody who was just there.
In 2022, I did a spring break concert, and I actually had a whole mini film planned that we were going to do with interviews with each artist, interviews with audience members, little clips of Salem, showing off Salem, showing what we do out there whenever we do have these concerts, showing just like in depth. Really showing how good these are for the community and showing we're promoting local business. We're bringing people into Salem that have never seen this town before.
And with y'all's success with those, and that usually means like success for them, success for you and shit like that. And it's probably bringing a lot of income into the actual city.
Even like apart from income, it's just, business in general, like people will come in and they'll stop by and they'll be like, ooh, look at real estate. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll come in and be there's for how, like we're riding through Salem. This seems like a dope little small town. Like what the fuck? Maybe
especially when people are like congregating and having a good time, And
that's exactly what I'm trying to do. That's exactly what we do is we bring.
Do you have like were you born and raised in Salem?
I moved pretty much like I ping-ponged between Salem and New York all of my fucking life.
Where in New York?
Pretty much everywhere.
Upstate, in the city.
Manhattan.
Really?
You name it. Yeah.
Long Island, shit like that.
I lived in Rochester, which is
that's up there,
about
like upstate,
by
right?
Buffalo, yeah.
Like in the suburbs, right?
And then I lived in Mahopac with my grandma for a little bit, which is
Mahopac sounds familiar.
Very, very rich community. So that was
kind of like Catskills level almost
above.
Really?
It was north of Catskills.
Oh, you don't say.
Money. Like
It's
stupid
almost like
money.
Nigel Bottomtooth from Family
She
Guy.
lived next to an equestrian horse training farm.
Oh.
Very fucking rich. But yeah, I ping pong between Salem.
Oh, I had a retarded nephew that had a roommate that went to Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But fucking fuck, I kind of lost my train. No, I didn't.
No, but I mean, do you have kind of like, would you say, like a love affair with Salem? Like, I mean, that's.
So, I mean,
or are you just trying to enrich the community in which you're in?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm doing exactly that.
You would be doing this if you lived in Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, see, and here's the thing about Salem being a small town is there's so much room for it to grow outside of just what we're doing musically. Like, and when I say we, I'm with what I do and with what I'm doing, I plan to just be the face of the corporation that I'm building. I talk to people.
So you have a dream.
Yeah.
Like, what's your end dream? Like, you want to
make the world a better place before I die. That's it.
That's a very noble aspect.
That's why I sit down and we'll talk with I'll talk with real estate agents, and I'm not going to say names just because I probably should not.
Yeah, you probably
should.
should.
We talk about not
shit, until anything's said and done.
How do we incorporate better apartment housing in Salem for cheaper?
I remember you saying that at one show, or maybe both, something about that, and I was like, you know what, this guy has a noble cause.
I genuinely do sit down and have these conversations with people, and how do we. Something that I'm working with right now, and something that I'm talking to Salem Parks and Recreation.
Well,
is
isn't it human nature to want to evolve and progress?
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And right now, something that we're doing is we're trying to
and
reopen.
You're using a passion of yours and
the platform
and your connections, and yes, platform. Yes, good.
I'm using
That's a
the
good way to put
platform
it.
and the voice.
To try and exacerbate, or not exacerbate, but try encourage that.
Like exactly, like the music is the face of the project. Like the
Yeah.
music is the part that people can digest.
Do you ever, in any of your ventures, whenever you try and sell maybe pitch a show or an event, what have you? Did you ever catch yourself saying that it'd be good, clean fun?
No.
No, you never had it.
See, the first time
never had to fucking.
See, the first time I did
that?
it was some fun. I had some fun, it was a blast, and then
Yeah.
after that, it kind of felt like, okay, now it's time to get to work.
Well, I'm saying, like, what I'm trying to maybe ask in a better sense, like, for instance, like Raquel's or whatever.
Mhm.
Like you said, you managed to relocate and make a badass show in less than a week from somebody else canceling, or the Legion, I think is what you said. So, but like when you were telling people, it's like, there was obviously a stigma from the people that denied you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to not, like, you're obviously, I feel like you're trying to maybe get past that stigma, right? Like with the whole idea of, it's a rap show and like people come over smoking pot, this, that, drinking, and then like this dirty lyrics or whatever. Yeah. And like, these people that own these businesses are probably not the generation in which we're
That's
in.
and see, here's the thing: we do all that shit. The naughty lyrics.
You never
and
had
all
to
that
church
shit.
it up.
No, I never planned to. I've had venues ask me to, say, hey, can you censor this out? And I said, no, I just don't think we'll have a concert here. I'm really sorry, because at the
Why
end,
do it if you're going to censor us?
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and
so no, I think that's really admirable. Like you never had to church it up.
to
And like,
church. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not. I'm not.
the word I immediately want to say is like oversell it, but it's actually underselling it.
Yeah.
You
In
never
my-
had to
yeah.
do that.
No. Maybe I've.
Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
I've never really danced around the fact that I've pitched a rap project to these venues. I'm just kind of like, hey, here's numbers. You know what I mean? And at that point, it's not.
Oh yeah, money talks.
It's not really about what you're doing in the venue for the night. It's
At that
just,
point, yeah,
it's,
they're still getting paid.
It's hey, we're gonna collect our money, and
Yeah.
you're just gonna do what you want to do.
But I'm saying, like, it's kind of refreshing to hear that, everything that you're planning and this, that, and the other thing in such a short amount of time. What do you say, about a couple of years?
Yeah,
if that.
I'd say, like I said, I've been really just out here in the field like a year, 2 years chasing this.
Dude, I tip my hat to you, sir.
I appreciate
because I mean, the fact that you didn't have to church it up and say, oh no, like, because I remember having to try and sell our band in high school and say, oh no, we're Christian metal, you know, just so we can play at a church's parking lot.
Yeah.
But it ended up being, you know, like real fucking heavy stuff. Yeah. Oh, and they were mad after.
That's what I'm. And see,
so you never had to undersell it. And no, you're telling. I mean, yes, money talks.
I've always been at face value. I've been, you know, this is something, you know.
Has any of the artists ever done anything at a venue that you orchestrated that
fuck yes.
you were?
I know what you're going to ask, and the answer is yes.
Okay, what was I going to ask?
Something that an artist has done that's something that
soured your name with said proprietors.
Extremely.
Is there any stories that you? Is there any stories you can tell without?
Yeah, I can.
Without.
Fuck yeah, I can.
I mean, you can drop their names if you want.
I can drop fucking dude. I'm in a position where I book artists like fucking like a kid gets candy from a store. I'm not tripping.
So like okay, before we get to that, I have so many questions. How often do you get like newbies?
All the time.
All the time.
See, and here's
do you have to vet them?
Yeah.
Or do you? I mean, obviously, maybe. God damn it, I didn't.
And see, that's what turns a lot of people away from starting that shit or getting really into it. Like I said, getting into the field is they'll get the wrong person behind them, vetting them, or big broing them, telling them fucking, hey, here's how you do this, here's how you do this, and that person might be misinformed, or that person just didn't see it the right way, and they're misguiding the person that they need to vet.
Every fucking time I forget to press record.
It's all. It happens. It happens.
This is why I miss you, Jackson. I need my producer.
Facts.
I'm doing like 5 jobs here.
Someone's got to hit record, man.
Yeah, somebody's got to. Oh, shit. We're going to have to do this hour and a half all over again. Motherfucker. But, like, I mean, these...
you're getting newbies. And here's the thing.
It's probably hard to vet for them unless they actually take the time to buy studio time and get a decent fucking track so you can listen to it, right? Because you can't take it on face value.
For me personally, and like I said, because it goes so past the money, so past everything. It's just about making everybody, meeting helping everyone you meet along the way is just kind of the mindset that I have towards it. So like whenever people, like a newbie will text me and be like, hey man, I know you're doing shows. I've always really wanted to do this. I don't have any music recorded, yada yada. I will literally tell them the steps that they need to take from recording to release. What I personally
almost kind of like
do.
The same way you're in a different way, but the same outcome that Drewall did for you on your first
exactly
right?
Exactly.
You're not shutting them down. Yeah. Obviously, you want to put on a decent show.
Exactly. I mean, I'll give out as many resources as I possibly can. Am I going to go out of my way to save a motherfucker's career? No.
You're not charging for information. You're trying to help these guys because you have a passion for the art.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why, I mean...
And that's why... Sorry, go ahead.
No, and that's why sometimes, I mean, it gets to a point where it's like favors. It's not even about money. It's about favors. And you do things for people. Harkness, like I was talking, like we
talked
about
whole
Harkness earlier.
Type
me and Harkness are to a point where it's not even like money. It's like, hey, dude,
it's about trying to produce.
Yeah, it's about me and him. We know we have a common goal, and that's to use our music to create a platform. So I'll text him or he'll text me, hey, dude, I have a venue. They need an artist. Like, what are you doing this day? And
birds of a feather.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'll be like, all right, bro, I'll pop out. Or he'll be like, all right, bro, I'll pop out. Like, it's just favors. It's just helping everybody you meet along the way.
Scratching back so you can get your back scratched.
And exactly, whenever me and Harkness first linked up, I was a newbie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was, my first time doing a show.
So he's been in the music game longer than you?
Fuck yeah. I'd say he's for sure been.
He seemed to be a little bit older than the common person that was there at the last show. I remember when I gave him the card, he told me he's got like kids and a full-time job, and like he's very tied up.
He's a very blue collar type of dude.
Oh, dude! As soon as I saw him, I was like, Dale? No,
he's a very blue collar kind of dude. He's cool as fuck, but. Yeah, he does stay pretty busy with his, blue collar boy shit, that country boy shit. But he's a fucking amazing dude.
You can't be mad at him, man. He was good people. As soon as he won me over with that first song, I was like, all right, this guy's good people. And I always say, good people are more rare, more sparse than diamonds.
And believe
so fucking hard to find good people.
Believe this or not, Harkness was one of the first artists I had ever booked. Whenever I'd gotten into booking artists, the first show I'd ever done, I called it March Madness, and it was at the Legion. And I had booked like 6 fucking artists, and this actually ties into the original question of has an artist ever done anything that soured my name?
Nice callback.
I had Harkness on. He did an amazing job at the first one. He had a lot of people show out for him. He did a fucking fantastic job, dude. Like God tier. And then we had this other artist who his name is Jonathan Tyler, and he
Should
just
I flag that or no?
No, I don't give a fuck. He's a piece of shit. He knows, but
Holy shit!
We get out there,
nice.
and it was like I said, it was my first concert, so I don't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was like, hey, let's have a rehearsal day beforehand because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I got everyone out there.
Is that uncommon?
Yes, extremely.
To have like a dress rehearsal.
Extremely uncommon.
Really?
Literally, everybody thought I was fucking weird.
Because sound check makes me think
they do that
check.
an hour before. It's all like
I thought it was
sloppily.
like the day before. Big shows, like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, shit like that. Like
they'll-
major
they'll
productions.
but like the guitar techs, drum techs, and all that, and with the engineers, they'll do sound check and maybe play, and the band will actually maybe jam like a medley of like a song and a half after they do all the fucking work.
And see, here's the thing, and
was this your first show?
Yes.
Okay.
Very first concert. And, with rehearsals, with live bands, they 9 times out of 10, those live bands have a much larger production budget. So they have the money to rent the venue for the extra day and say, hey,
Amen,
we can pay everybody to come out here and do rehearsals. But, with these concerts, it's these artists coming out here and, they sell their own tickets and they keep their profit from that. So realistically, they got to make their own fucking bag. I'm not going to hustle for you. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So...
That was monoxide. Amen.
But
Lil Poot and Big Stank in that movie, by the way. Big Money Hustlers.
he fucking Jonathan came out on the rehearsal day, and we're all setting up, just doing our thing, and we set up this fog machine, and we set it up at an angle, and he just straight up dropped the N-bomb. He says,
I'm assuming he's white.
Yeah, he dropped the N-bomb. He goes, this is N-bomb rigged. And I was like, in front of a crowd of people. And I was like, yeah, dude, that ain't gonna fly with me. I texted him that night. I was like, look, bro, you really gotta reassess what the fuck you're doing. And then show night shows up. He gets on stage. Well, he shows up late. He shows up in blackface.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I left that sound. Yeah, he showed up in blackface and
what, at the actual show or
at the concert, and it was around the time of release of Robert Pattinson's Batman. So he was trying to
the haters.
Yeah, he was trying to play it off like he was doing some Batman bullshit, but I mean, it was just fucking. It was pathetic, dude. And he got on stage.
Did you kick him off? This at the show?
Yeah, it was.
God.
Dude, it was concert night, and everybody was just kind of like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now? Nobody knew. I mean, and he had his buddy with him. And I'm not dogging on. I'm not dogging on his buddy. His buddy was just coming to do what the fuck his homie invited him out to do. He had him dressed up as Scarecrow from Batman. I'm not shitting you. So they go up there. They do a few songs. And people start leaving, dude. I start thinking there's shit wrong with my sound equipment from how bad this shit's mixed.
Yeah.
So, people are walking out. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are we listening to? I'm not trying to do this.
Can I maybe have an idea on what it may have sounded like whenever they tried to start?
Man, it was like Yeah, it was worse than that. It was like screeching, like dubstep type shit. And so, 3 songs in, I was like, fuck, dude, this is going terribly. And 3 songs in, he just screams and bursts out into this rage and throws a fucking microphone. Mind you, this is not my microphone. This is some shit that a band that opened up for the concert graciously let us use their equipment. And I made it very known that this was not my equipment. He throws this shit into the crowd, throws a stand into the crowd, jumps into the crowd, screams, says he needs 5 minutes of air. And mind you, this is my first concert.
Emotional, damn it.
I'm freaking the fuck out. I am fucking bugging. So I run up on stage and I'm trying to figure.
Were you like off to the side, like backstage or whatever?
I was standing next to my fiance asking her what the fuck to do.
I was in the crowd and stuff?
Yeah, I was watching people leave and shit. I was like, hey yo. So I went up on stage and I was like, all right, fuck it. I grabbed the backup mic and I announced the next artist. Next artist gets on stage. He starts doing his set. This motherfucker, Jonathan, gets back on stage with the mic he threw and says, hey, I had two more songs.
Cordless, like wireless?
Yeah,
Or
gets back on and finishes those 2 songs. And I had to play that off and then bring back the artist who I had to introduce. So it was just a whole fucking jamble. But I mean,
I use my female brain to exercise my rights, and I don't feel the vapors coming on at all.
that's basically what the fuck it was, dude. I mean, he was just all over the place. And I mean, I've talked to other fucking promoters in the area, and they don't book him. So.
Oh my god.
Not that I have him blacklisted or anything, but.
Always grab me shit.
I don't have that kind of power.
Always grab me shit.
No, I think blacklisted is probably a good term for it after the stunt that he pulled.
Yep.
Holy shit, man.
It was, yeah.
How long ago was this?
This was March 25th, 2022.
Oh my god.
And literally right after, I started getting like texts, and they were like, hey, just so you know, he followed me home after the show, and from women. And I was like,
women said that he followed them?
Yeah.
In blackface?
Yeah. And he texted me. And
what,
said,
on his fucking tricycle? Because he's a fucking child.
And he was saying, you know, that he was like, oh, Benny's making up these accusations about me and all this shit. I'm not going to get too much into the dramatic scenes of it, but god damn. That shit really did. I mean, it didn't sour my name, but it, you know, for my first attempt at showing my community what my music has to offer.
Oh my god! And for your first show,
for my first impression, it definitely kind of, you know, we definitely brought it back. You know,
how long was it between that fiasco?
I told that motherfucker to leave the venue. I was like, bro, you have to step outside.
No, I'm saying like from that show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming, if I heard you right, it was like earlier in the lineup or on the card.
Yeah, it was like the third performance.
So like there was time for people to try to get back into the groove.
Yeah, I definitely went outside and had to recoup and just be like, hey, everybody, I'm really sorry about that. I have no idea what the fuck was going on.
You whipped out the podium.
And I mean, you have to imagine how the artist that I had to introduce felt after this fucking
100%.
dickwad gets back on stage and does 2 songs while you're trying to perform your first.
Man. So how long between that show and the one that you did after that? Was it kind of a stretch?
I did March and then I did April, so it was back to back basically.
Okay.
March 25th was the night of my first one, and we basically had everything planned out for April by March 26th.
So you were already in
booking artists,
and
venue
negotiations
planned,
for the second one, whilst this was happening.
Yes.
Did that put any kind of hiccups with the booking process or anything?
It makes it easier because you have all those artists that you want to book in the room.
No, I'm saying like that incident. Did it hinder the process at all?
So the only thing that it really hindered was him getting booked. For me, the only thing that it really did was...
I mean, that incident with the next booking guy is what I'm saying.
No, because the next booking guy had an issue with him as well.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, oh... I'm sorry you had to deal with that guy. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know...
Y'all kind of like wink, wink, nudge, nudged about it.
And here's the thing. My whole thing was that was my first concert, and I was really trying to just promote local music. And he was from Salem, so I was like, you know, man, I'm really putting... You know, I know you're... In my opinion, I was like, back then, I was like, your music's not that good, but I'm just putting you on to fucking promote Salem.
Oh, dude, I have that guy's song. What was his name?
Jonathan Tyler?
Let me tell you why I suck.
Yeah, just fucking about, dude.
Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
That's probably what he yelled when he jumped off the stage.
Just the fucking...
You know that movie Life?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That ain't gonna get my motherfucking cornbread.
And I mean, yeah, dude, that shit was fucking nuts.
Man, y'all some suckers.
Oh, man. Now I really want to watch that fucking movie. But yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts, man. I can not imagine the headache, you know, that goes through like with booking and like, you know, owners of the venue and like having to deal with all these artists, especially if they start getting a little too full of themselves and like being divas and shit.
Yeah,
and then people pulling shit like that because once you put them on there, your hands are tied.
That's what I'm saying.
Or like you release them out there and you're vouching for them. That's your name.
Yeah,
that they're tarnishing.
You just like basically get to sit back in the seat and watch.
Please tell me that guy got his ass beat eventually.
As far as I know, he hasn't done any live performances or dropped any music from that date.
Maybe he's doing.
He dropped
comedy.
a diss track against me that got like 6 views.
Say what now?
He dropped a diss track on me.
Diss track on you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
It happens. It happens. It's all a part of the game.
Yeah,
and that kind of shit, with artists, with all that shit, it especially stresses whenever, you have that bigger picture of, this isn't just the music. This is how are we going to, promote not even just Salem.
It's not just self-sabotage, but it's like, it's literally a kamikaze move.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just, it fucks everything from the floor up. Like, it's tore up from the fucking floor up, as people like to say.
Yeah.
Like, it just puts everybody in an awkward position.
Man, that's fucked up.
But I mean, hey, we're golden now, I'm to a point.
I almost just played a drop with the N-word on it too.
Hey, yo, not on mine.
I didn't say it. It's
not on mine.
I almost clicked on it too.
But fucking, it's just with the main.
Sad. That's what it is. It's sad.
Expression of making the fucking. Starting in Salem is, the main goal. And like I was saying earlier is, something that I'm sitting down and trying to talk with Parks and Recreation is what the funding is going to
I bet you have to deal with them a lot.
More really the health department and the fire marshal on my ass. But
I remember you were saying something about the fire marshal at the Raquel show.
Yeah, fire marshal was on my nuts, and then he was also on my nuts at the Summer Smash event.
Well, that was outside. Well, I guess
they need every reason to come and mess with me.
And it's also a small town. I mean, he has to earn his paycheck, I guess.
Yeah. But fucking weird. So,
if somebody ashes a cigarette over here, the fucking orphanage will burn up a block away.
So, I mean, obviously he's probably not waking up every day like, fuck yeah, dude, I get to go shut down a rap concert. He's just probably trying to fucking feed his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Technical problems.
Yeah. So, fucking, I've been trying to sit down with the parks and recreation centers in Salem and just say, hey, how are we going to rebuild or redesign the Salem community pool for it to be open for people? And, start to reincorporate those things that were there so long ago that were taken away from the community and need to get brought back in. And it's how are we going to do that with the platform that we're building and the culture that we're creating that brings in so much business and does so well.
Yeah, we'll fuck with it.
That, as El Capone would say, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then this is what. God damn it! It crashed again.
Not the sound.
No, but we'll figure out a little bit while this goes up. All right, so unless you had anything more to add about that, I think it's time. She just texted me, said, "I'm totally falling asleep watching Coraline." Good for you.
That's a good ass movie, man. I love Coraline.
I saw that in 3D when it first came out.
I still watch that over. Well, I still watch scenes from it. That's a very in-depth.
I'll watch it.
It's a very in-depth movie with a lot of theories.
A lot of dude. Man, I wish Nate was here. He'd fucking tell you all of them.
Dude,
right
off
off the top of his head. He was a real big fan of Tim Burton and that kind of
Tim
style.
Burton did his shit with that movie, dude.
Yeah.
Tim Burton fucked it up with that movie. That was fire.
I remember. So I've been binge watching a lot of MythBusters lately, like from episode 1 on. And you know that was it Jamie Heineman and Adam Savage, and I think even Grant Imahara, God rest his soul, they all worked with Tim Burton. They all worked with Lucasfilms and shit like that. And
all the time.
I think was it Adam Savage's dog that you see like in early episodes? It's a black kind of like Labrador looking dog.
I think so.
He even named it Zero. So,
damn, I actually read online most of the people from MythBusters were actually like set designers and shit for Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that. I saw Grant was. I didn't know Grant passed.
Yeah, no, he had. I think it was like an aneurysm.
But fucking,
or a blood clot or something other.
I saw that he was like a stormtrooper in one of the original films.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the
badass.
tech guys would go. You know, here's a little known fact. I actually knew this before Nathan. You remember the last 3 Star Wars movies, like the newest ones?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first one? The Force Awakens, I think.
The one where fucking Kylo first pops out.
Yeah, the first one.
I think
Okay.
that is the Force Awakens.
Okay, you remember when Rey starts getting the powers when she's in the in the interrogation room?
Yeah.
And there's that stormtrooper, and she tries to do like, "You will release me and drop your weapon" or whatever. And at first he's just like, "It's like shut the hell up." But then she ended up succeeding the second time. You know who that stormtrooper was?
Who?
Daniel Craig, fucking 007.
No fucking way.
He's uncredited.
Damn.
If you listen to the voice, it's him. He's the one that drops the weapon on his way out of the room.
Shit.
Like the one that was guarding her. Yeah. That and shit. What was I gonna say? No, but like a lot of those tech guys would actually be extras.
Throw a mask on them.
Hell, one of the I don't know what her character's name is, but you know how what's her face? Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher died in right at the ass end or like start of the episode 9. So they kind of had to superimpose her face, like kind of rewrite the script.
AI,
yeah. But you know that that girl that was in all 3 of those movies as a rebellion. There's a girl there. You see, like kind of like come and go. That's actually Carrie Fisher's daughter.
Jesus. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They use a lot of fucking, like, they have a lot of little fucking subtle details and shit.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you ever heard the name Warwick Davies? Or Warwick Davis?
Not off the top.
He's a little guy, but he was the original Ewok that Princess Leia befriended in Return of the Jedi. And in the new ones, he plays that same Ewok.
Oh,
and his son, who's also a little person, plays his Ewok son.
That's fucking badass. That's some wholesome shit that Star Wars did right there.
Oh yeah, Warwick Davis,
badass.
man, he's awesome. If you can actually find this show on YouTube in its entirety. It's called An Idiot Abroad, and he's part of the 3rd season of it. Pretty much, Stephen Merchant and Richard Gervais.
I know Richard Gervais.
Yeah, the creator of The Office and shit like that. Okay, him and Stephen Merchant send their regular xenophobic friend to exotic locations, but not in like nice places. Like shitty fucking dude, and he just hates it all. And like they're just putting him through all this shit. In the 3rd season, it's called An Idiot Abroad. So the 3rd.
I think I've seen a bit of that.
It's so
actually. Now that I'm
funny.
thinking about it, I think I have fucking seen it.
Oh my god, it's so goddamn funny. The entire show is on YouTube. But on the 3rd season, Warwick Davis, that we were just talking about, goes with him, and he's just like bewildered on how inconsiderate he is, and like unaccepting. And they even try to do that like assisted jump from the stratosphere in Vegas, which Burt Kreischer did the first one. But like there was like these Siamese or conjoined twins in India, and Carl, the guy that they send off, he's like, well, if you fancy a guy and she don't fancy him either, or whatever, and like they really have to crawl, and they actually worship these chicks. And he's a little guy, big hands, he looks like a fucking Lego character pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's just bewildered by how fucking ignorant Carl is.
That don't
but
fucking
anyways,
surprise me. Not to cut this thought short, but I need to pee. So I will pee really fast and we'll be right back.
Oh, wait.
And then it can be freestyle o'clock.
Oh, freestyle o'clock? Freestyle 30?
I gave you my heart and you left it here in pieces. You would always tell me you would never leave it. And everybody told me I needed to leave it, but damn, did it feel good. Every time we fight, at least staircase love and take it down on me. Say I'm a dime in a dozen. Your love was a high and it let me hear nothing, but damn, did it feel good. Can't say it was working, but I believe it's worth it. Sure, I love my lesson and I'm still hurting. I come crawling back when you call for me. You still run me in, tight enough for me. I know you'll be the death of me, so you don't got the biggest part, just take the rest of me. Now I'm way too toxic for anybody else, and he don't fight with me, I'ma fight with somebody else. He got apologies, man, I don't want that. That boy's bad for me, then give me all that. Give me that good, they never call back. You ain't deceiving me, I know I saw that. I gave you my heart and you left it here in pieces. You would always tell me you would never leave
tragedy. Remember all the fights and every time that you was mad at me. I was always working, trying to come up with a masterpiece while you was steady flirting and living your life happily. I was so blinded, I thought I really loved you. I gave you everything, you fucked it up, how can I trust you? Never trust a hoe, girl, that's the code I should've stuck to. I knew it was over since the night you went and fucked, dude. I done changed my life, bitch, I don't care what you been up to. We went from being married, now I'm always screaming fuck you. Found me a good lady, but she ain't afraid to buzz too. Said she ain't afraid to buzz too.
I gave you my heart and you left it here in pieces. You would always tell me